Powerful winds, drenching rain, and towering storm surges make hurricanes not only some of the planet's most violent storms, but also the costliest natural disasters in the United States. Researchers reported in 2019 in the journal PNAS. Ranking the most damaging hurricanes, however, depends on the measure used, usually financial cost or life lost. By economic accounting, 205 Hurricane Katrina usually tops the list, though through models adjusting for economic growth placed a 1926 Miami storm first. Meanwhile, the deadliest hurricane struck the Caribbean in 1780, causing more than 20,000 deaths. Eric J. Dolan, author of A Furious Sky, The 500-Year History of America's History, 2020, Labor Right, told Science to Life Science. By definition, a hurricane is a tropical cyclone in the Atlantic or Eastern Pacific Oceans, while other parts of the world call these storms typhoons or cyclones, some of which have been deadlier. The most expensive. Katrina was the most expensive hurricane of all time, causing about $125 billion in damage when it devastated New Orleans and other Gulf Coast areas, J. Dolan said. That cost exceeded $186 billion in 2022 dollars, according to the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration (NOAA). A tally that dropped that $54 billion in expected yearly losses from all hurricanes, according to a 2019 U.S. Congressional Budget Office estimate. Katrina's losses swallowed 1% of the U.S. gross domestic product (GDP), or the total value of goods produced and services provided by a country in 1 year, according to the PNAS study. Katrina devastation came primarily from a storm surge, a temporary rise in ocean level that can flood coastal areas. During that storm, surges of 10 to 28 feet, 3 to 9 meters, overwhelmed regions along the Gulf Coast, breaching levees in New Orleans. The next most costly hurricane was 2017's Hurricane Harvey, which caused $149 billion of damage in 2022 dollars, mostly due to the rainfall that produced widespread flooding across the southeast Texas, including Houston. John Nelson Gumman, a professor of atmospheric sciences at Texas A&M University, told Life Science. Though two storms topped the list for financial damage both worldwide and in the US, which is no coincidence, Nelson Gumman added, the most damaging hurricanes in terms of monetary damage are most likely to occur where you have lots of expensive infrastructure. He said, that's why two United States hurricanes top the list. Storms that affect U.S. territories can, therefore, also totally costly damage. In 2017, Hurricane Maria caused $107 billion in damages in 2022 dollars in Puerto Rico, placing in third of NOAA's list of costliest U.S. storms. Hurricane Sandy, which inundated New York City's subway tunnels and other areas in 2012, comes next on the list, 82%, $82 billion, followed by 2021's Hurricane Ada, which flooded Louisiana and spawned tornadoes farther north, $79 billion. Coming in sixth and on coming in sixth and oh my god, it's so hard. Coming in sixth on NOAA's list, 2017's Hurricane Irma battered various Caribbean islands, including Puerto Rico, causing a total of $59.5 billion in property and infrastructure damage. Rankings that include non-U.S. losses may reshuffle the other, placing Irma ahead of Sandy, for example, as in the World Meteorological Organization list. Other wealthy countries also report high economic costs from tropical cyclones. Okay, I think that's it for today.